Hi everyone. Welcome to Daily Recaps. Today, I am going to explain a movie called Shaolin Boy. Hope you like it. Enjoy the video and take care. The movie starts with Lee. Lee is a 6-year-old monk studying in the Shaolin monastery. He has spent his entire life studying martial arts and residing in the monastery. At the start of the movie, when Lee enters the monastery, he greets the elders and expresses regret for what he is about to do. By defeating them, he must demonstrate his abilities. Without him giving up, a monk sideswipes him. Even though the attack caught Lee off guard, he immediately dodges. The monk manages to throw Lee to the wall, but he bounces right back and continues to fight. He showers the monk with several kicks midair, displaying his skills. Moments later, the first monk is defeated when Lee restrains him with a woven bamboo basket. Following that, he is attacked by the second monk armed with swords. Lee manages to disarm his opponent, leaving him with no choice but to accept defeat. He then moves closer to the third and final monk. Even while in deep meditation, the monk feels Lee approaching and uses a prayer bead to precisely hit the mirror, blinding Lee. The child is then picked up and thrown to the ground in less than a second. When Lee slithers away and kicks the monk in the chest, the monk is about to win with his final blow. The two battle, and in the end, Lee wins again. He bows to the shrine and walks outside while his opponents bow to him as a sign of respect. The head monk tells Lee that he scored 88 out of 100 in the test, which is better than most students his age. Lee is about to go to a new school in the city as an exchange student. During his stay there, he is supposed to live with a family of 3, fathered by a great scientist who is close to the head monk. After saying goodbye, the youngster departs for the city, eager to make new friends. The head of his school's Taekwondo club, 15-year-old Feng, is introduced in the scene that follows. Shanshan, his 4th grade sister, is always supportive of and devoted to her older brother. Lan is the club's director of Taekwondo. She reviews what he could have done better after analyzing Feng's matches. Lan also seems to have a crush on him but denies it when asked. Lan's brother Yu is a glutton who loves to eat more than anything in the world. The 4 of them live in the same neighborhood and are pretty close to each other. One afternoon, Lan is analyzing the previous day's Taekwondo match as always while her brother Yu binges on chips and snacks. The siblings' father is a scientist named Dr. Han. Their mother died a few years ago, after which Dr. Han has indulged himself in his work. A group of gangsters is interested in the special device he is developing. Dr. Han calls the children to check on them. Lan is irritated by the fact that her father rarely visits them at home. Dr. Han tells them to open a gift box that he has just sent to the house and makes a promise to return as soon as possible. In reality, the box contains the special device he has created that the gang is after. As they are talking, Lee knocks on their door and is received by Lan. She gets busy welcoming him and doesn't notice that her father is being abducted on the other side of the video call. Dr. Han is threatened by the gang's leader, Larry, to give them the crucial gadget. Dr. Han, on the other hand, asserts that such a device doesn't exist. He has been developing AI technology that will let his children converse with an AI in their mother's voice. He is being held hostage because the leader doesn't believe him. He discovers that the device had been shipped to his home and was received by his children after reviewing the CCTV camera footage. Sloppy and Fist, 2 of Larry's goons, offered to get the device no matter what. Until they get hold of it, Dr. Han will be kept hostage. Sloppy and Fist are excited because this is their first job as gangsters. They dress up in eccentric clothes as a disguise and arrive in front of Lan's house. Sloppy tries to barge in when it gets dark, but Fist suggests they wait until the kids leave for school the next day. Meanwhile, Lee is getting accustomed to the new environment. He sees Lan watching a Taekwondo match on TV and is fascinated by the sport. Later, he tries to do his daily nighttime meditation while Yu plays a video game. Both of them disturb each other and find it hard to live together. But soon, they play the video game together and bond over it. Lan opens the box her father sent her in her room and finds a panda keychain inside, but she is unaware that it also contains the pen drive the gang is looking for. The panda requests Lan set a voice-activated password by pressing a button. She exclaims what password, which is set as the new password without her knowing. On testing it further, she realizes that the panda is an AI that has their mother's voice. The next morning, Lee gets ready for his first day of school, alongside Yu and Lan. Sloppy and Fist watch them from inside their car, planning to break in right after they are out of sight. But just then, Sloppy notices that Lan has hung the panda keychain in her bag. They decide to steal it from her after changing their minds. The group encounters Feng and his sister Shanshan on the way to school. Lee is introduced to him by Lan. Sloppy quickly grabs the keyring while they are conversing and leaves. Lee notices this and jumps high and performs numerous backflips to reach him. The fact that he is a skilled fighter impresses Feng. Sloppy doesn't give up even after they both beat him up and capture the panda. He snatches it once more, having failed to learn his lesson the first time. The kids soon surround him and trap him inside a garbage bin before pushing him down the road. In the school, Lee is introduced to his classmates who are amazed to see a child monk for the first time. They ask him questions like if he can ever get married and if he knows kung fu. The teacher quiets them down and asks them to wait for the gym period to see his kung fu skills. During the gym class, the coach informs them of a fitness test that will be held next month. The ones who do not pass the test will have to repeat the class next year as well. Yu is worried because he is out of shape and can barely walk properly. Their first task is to run 100 meters. Before his classmates can finish even one lap, a trained Lee completes 2. The next exercise is a push-up, one of Lee's many specialties. While the other kids can hardly do 2, he completes more than 100. He even performs push-ups with just one hand while keeping his body vertical to display his true strength. He's praised and applauded by everyone. It's time for them to perform high jumps after that. High jumps in elementary school are no problem for Lee. However, Yu struggles and falls face down on the platform. Back in Dr. Han's lab, the gangster Larry has tied him to a chair and is hitting him with golf balls. To keep himself entertained, Dr. Han teaches him new techniques at his own expense. At night, Sloppy and Fist break into the house looking for the panda. Lee sees them and hides behind a stuffed toy to scare them. He troubles the rookie gangsters, but they soon see him and try to fight him. When Lan comes downstairs, the gangsters grab the panda and run away. Lee explains what happened, but the kids believe he's kidding. The next scene shows Sloppy and Fist at the lab, both of them holding golf balls in their mouths. It turns out that instead of the unique device, they unintentionally stole a panda humidifier. In 3 days, Larry must sell the aforementioned device to his clients, which makes him impatient. He threatens them to finish the job more quickly by using Fist and Sloppy as golf tees. The group is watching Fen battle a rival the following day after school. Yu and Shanshan are talking about 2 ugly girls in the back of the bleacher. It turns out that the said girls are Sloppy and Fist in disguise. They eye the panda on Lan's bag and wait for the right time to retrieve it. Just then, Lee challenges Feng to a match and everyone goes to the front to watch it. Behind them, the thugs try to take off the panda from the bag but their wig gets stuck, making them struggle. As the intense fight continues, we see that Feng and Lee match in skills. It ends abruptly when both the participants refuse to hit each other. Just then everyone turns around and sees Sloppy and Fist in their schoolgirl dresses. The kids attack the gangsters, but the 2 manage to flee with the panda after taking a girl hostage. The pupils contact the police, who agree to do their best to locate them, and go to the principal. Lee holds himself responsible for what transpired because Lan wouldn't have become disoriented if he hadn't challenged Feng to a duel. The rest of the group makes him understand that they do not blame him. Larry finally gets the panda and uses the pen drive inside it to open a program on a computer. However, it requires a password to be accessed. Larry asks Dr. Han what the password is, but he refuses to tell them. A couple of programmers try to break the code, but even after trying for an entire day, they are not successful. By the end, Larry begins to go insane and suffers a mental collapse. He then decides to use Lan as a form of blackmail after seeing her message on Dr. Han's phone. Tomorrow is Lan's birthday, and she has invited her dad to attend. Larry responds in the persona of Dr. Han and promises to arrive promptly. The birthday celebration is held at Lan's home the following evening. Feng, Yu, Lee, and Shanshan went to the market to buy her gifts in the meantime. Lan receives a message stating that her father is outside. But when she goes outside to check, she is taken away and placed in a van. At the same time, Lee and the group spot her and follow the van on their bicycles. They reach Dr. Han's lab and start looking for her. Larry and his business partner are under stress because they were supposed to close the deal yesterday. To make the process quicker, Larry puts a knife to Lan's face and asks her about the password. She in turn inquires what password, and it opens the program on the computer. Outside, Sloppy and Fist are guarding the place. Lee and Feng attack them and knock them out in no time. However, they are soon confronted by Larry's right-hand man Bradley. He is a fighter, hence, they struggle to defeat him, even when teamed up. Larry and his partner are about to complete the transaction inside the lab when Yu enters and secretly releases his father and sister. Lee also steps in to support them and aids in the gangster defense. Amidst the chaos, Larry gets a hold of the suitcase with the pen drive and runs outside. He is stopped by Dr. Han, Yu, and Lan who beat him up. In the meantime, Lee joins Fen again to fight against Bradley. Initially, they struggle but they eventually manage to defeat him. At the end, police arrive at the scene and save the day. In ending scene, we see the school's principal award Lee and Yu for their bravery. That's all from the movie. Thanks for watching. If you really want more interesting videos like this, then hit like and subscribe to support the daily recaps. See you again. Take care.